This HistoryBurst video focuses on the Reconstruction process after the Civil War and its effect on African Americans. In 1865, President Lincoln introduced the 13th Amendment to the Constitution of the United States, which banned slavery. Also in 1865, President Lincoln was assassinated by John Booth, who hated the idea of black citizenship. Andrew Johnson, the next President of the United States, allowed the southern states to rejoin the Union. Southern states immediately passed new laws to replace slavery. These were known as the Black Codes. The Black Codes limited rights. Interracial marriages were banned. Black weapons ownership was banned. Serving on juries or giving evidence at white trials was banned. In Mississippi, black Americans were banned from owning or renting farmland. In Louisiana, black Americans had to work for the same employer for at least a year. The Ku Klux Klan was newly formed. This created an atmosphere of violence and intimidation for many black Americans. In 1868, the 14th Amendment was introduced. All people born in the USA are citizens. In 1870, all citizens were given the right to vote. This included African Americans. However, by the 1870s, the Reconstruction process had started to lose its way, and many African Americans began to suffer from things which limited their rights and the impact of the Reconstruction that had been hoped. In the 1870s, many African Americans were sharecroppers. They did not own their land, but paid 2/3 of the crops they grew as rent. The Ku Klux Klan had begun to intimidate voters, preventing them from reaching the ballot boxes. In 1873, the Supreme Court ruled that state laws did not have to be equal, only national laws had to be equal. The Supreme Court then ruled that the government could not intervene if black voters were being stopped from voting. All of these things impacted on the rights of African Americans after Reconstruction. Pause the video here and test yourself on the key ideas.